My friend Tracy and I are going to do a bacteria test with our little Hygiena bacteria tester.
David, you know there's no bacteria on my rings.
Of course not.
There can't be. They're new, they're pretty, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no?
Well, let me ask you this. When was the last time you cleaned your ring?
Probably in the early spring.
Okay.
But, like, I don't wear them in the shower,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't wear them when I'm, like, cooking.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they're clean.
Well, you'll learn that you not wearing them while you're cooking is a very discovery.
Okay,
About,
all right.
I guess about 3 years ago, that because we don't clean our jewelry very often, and the jewelry that comes into my store looks really dirty,
I
right?
bet.
So I just said, one day I got to test this jewelry and see what's on there besides the dirt. And it turned out that the bacteria levels were pretty high.
Well, and it makes sense because, when I have cleaned them in the past, sometimes I'll use like a jar of jewelry cleaner.
Right.
But then other times it was just really using a Q-tip or something.
Yep.
And that's when I would see like underneath diamonds.
Yeah.
And you would see like dust and everything that
Yes.
until you actually hold it up close and look at it, you forget that it's there.
Exactly. So all that buildup that's happening is building up underneath the prongs. Okay, I'll just do the engagement ring for
Okay.
today. All right. And so it's underneath here, all these prongs, that bacteria and that dirt builds up, and then the bacteria grows on the back of that dirt as it sits on your finger. And believe it or not, when you wash your hands, the water that gets in there creates a moist atmosphere for all that dirt.
Okay.
And the bacteria grows even more.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right? So it's like
You're kind of freaking me out.
Well, that was the idea. But,
Great.
But it's
Fake
all.
this number so I don't get too embarrassed.
Well, we can edit the film like that. Yeah, we'll edit it out the whole thing.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to do this together. So I'm going to hit the OK button. It takes 15 seconds to get the reading, and then once we have the reading, I'll. Wow, you have actually one of the lowest readings
Really?
that I have received in a long time.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
What
so
does
that's,
that mean,
so that's,
though? That's
well,
still.
And your ring does look very clean. However,
Yeah.
but cleanliness and then the amount of bacteria that's on the
Oh
ring.
my! It's still very dirty.
It is, yeah. Yeah, and which is not surprising, quite honestly.
Okay.
I mean, I've had people, when I was at the trade show, have readings of 3,000, 4,000, 5,000.
Wow.
And I went into the men's room and I tested the men's room toilet seat. It came in at 1,400. So you can
Ew.
see, you can see that these bacteria levels are still very high. And that's one of the reasons why.
Yeah, but this says surface needs cleaning, has medium to high risk of contamination from disease-causing bacteria.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't like that.
No, and you shouldn't. But if you think about it, we wash our hands, right? We clean our clothes, we
Right.
clean the counters, we wash our dishes, and then yet we clean our jewelry once every 2 years.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Or
No.
once every, twice a year.
I do it
Develop
probably
the box
twice a year.
where you can put your rings and your earrings and your chains and bracelets. So you can put about 6 or 8 pieces of jewelry inside the box.
Interesting.
And we designed a special screen that filters the water, kind of aerates the water as it goes through while it's going through the dishwasher. So what you do is you close the cover, you lock the front of it, and then right here on top, in this little groove right here, we have an antibacterial soap that we use.
Okay.
So that you pour a little bit of that on the top. You just place this on the top rack of the dishwasher. You run it with your dishes, with the regular dishwasher detergent, completely safe. You put it in there, you run it, you take your jewelry out, and the readings go from 763 down to 10.
No way. Seriously.
It sanitizes. It actually
Often
sanitizes.
can you clean your jewelry?
Well, we did a test at a local hospital, and we tested nurses' jewelry. We cleaned it, and then we followed them for 2 weeks, and we measured the readings during the 2-week period, actually
Okay.
over 4 weeks. And we determined that it takes about 2 weeks for the bacterial levels to go from, 0 to 10 up to about 2 to
It's a
500.
great idea. Okay.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we're looking
I'm-
forward
I'm-
to getting it out there.
I mean, and you said that my numbers are relatively low compared, but the idea that I've got very dirty on my hands.
Yeah. Well, if it hasn't been cleaned within 2 weeks, of getting it
No.
to 0, then this is going to happen.
All
And
right.
like I said, at least feel good that yours didn't go into the thousands range, which is typically where most rings are.
You would have gotten a slightly different reaction.
Well, I may have had to pick you up off the floor.
Exactly.
But
I would have run.
I had the opportunity to test this with you because we need to get the word out that people need to clean their jewelry just like they clean everything else.
Well, right. I mean, you can wash your hands multiple times a day, but the germs could still be there.
Yeah, and that's one of the big takeaways from all of this is that washing your hands actually doesn't clean your jewelry. And
All
so
right.
that's what people need to know.
David, I think I want to say thank you.
Yeah.
But I need to go clean my jewelry.
Now you're talking.